Hey, I'm Megan, and if you want to know how to make these super easy Dollar Tree DIYs for spring, then you are in the right place. For my first DIY, I'm using this food container from the Dollar Tree. Mine's from Christmas, but they carry these for Valentine's Day, Easter, year-round. I just need the lid anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm taking my lid and tracing it on some foam board. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut out my circle. When I cut this out, I do cut it out a little bit smaller than I traced because I want this to fit snugly inside the lid. Using a boatload of hot glue, I press the foam firmly to the lid. I'm doing this because this lid is very flimsy and I want to make it a little bit more sturdy so it's not so wobbly. I go back and add hot glue between the gaps of the lid and the foam board. Then using one of these Dollar Tree candle holders, they always have these in stock. I'm going to take some hot glue, eyeball the middle and press it down. You can definitely use E6000. I just cannot do the smell. So that's why I'm using hot glue. And then I go back to reinforce with more hot glue. Now I'm going to be using this Mod Podge. I'm going to put this all over the cake stand, on the candle holder, the lid, everywhere. I'm doing this for two reasons. One, I'm going to go back and spray paint this with some white spray paint from Walmart. This is only $1, by the way. And I need it to adhere to the plastic. Two, I'm hoping it'll make it a little bit more sturdy. Now, I'm always impatient with spray paint, so some of it is messed up. I touched it too soon. But after two coats, it looks like this. You could leave it this way, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to distress it with a little bit of black paint. Just dabbed it with my fingers, the paintbrush, really no rhyme or reason. My inspirations, one was distressed, one wasn't, but they were both over $50. People always ask why I do Farmhouse. It's because I'm so impatient with crafting. My crafts are never perfect, and with Farmhouse, you can play off imperfections as intentional. So this is what it looks like so far. Not too bad for $2, considering my inspirations were a heck of a lot more. Then for my next DIY, I just cut out a little circle on foam board. I just eyeballed it. I didn't trace or anything. And I'm using the brown moss going all over the circle on the front and on the back. Then I take the moss, twist it around, and I put it around the exterior of the little circle, to make it like a nest. And pretty simple. Takes what, 2 minutes? Okay, these eggs are from the Dollar Tree. You get 6 for $1, and this makes some pretty cute spring decor. Why I love this cake stand though is because this can be used year-round, just not for Easter. Kind of like the next DIY I have coming up. I'm just in love with it. I've wanted one for a long time, but $50 is not in my budget. All right, for the next DIY, this is also from the Dollar Tree. All I'm using today is going to be the little bunny sign, so I cut him off. And the other part of the sign, I'm sure I'll use it in another DIY. Using a cardboard box, I'm using an old Wales box. I trace out the bunny and then I cut out my bunny afterwards. Now, this is a DIY I made with some Dollar Tree supplies and other budget-friendly items back around Christmas time. If you want a full tutorial, I will link that in the description. But gist of it was 2 Dollar Tree signs, a little bit of burlap poster board, and the Rust-Oleum chalkboard spray paint I've used forever. That can cost like $3 and last me months and months and months. You can make this sign. Like I said, if you want a full tutorial, I will link it in the description. I've said this before, whenever I write on chalkboards or anything like that, I always do the vertical lines first and then go back and do my horizontal and diagonal. And then I go back with a little Q-tip and kind of erase my mistakes. And here it is. I love this because this sign can be used year-round. If you don't want to make a chalkboard, hopefully this gave you some inspiration for another DIY you can do. My last DIY, I'm taking some moss. I'm going to cut it up really good. Trust me on this. You want to cut it up the best you can. I probably should have cut it up more than I did. And I'm taking that little bunny sign, hot glue, and putting moss all over the bunny. After I have moss all over my bunny, I do go back and trim around the edges to get more of the bunny shape back. And then I go back and I put moss all over the other side of the bunny. So I have moss all over the bunny. That way I can put this on a table or anywhere and there won't be an ugly side, if that makes sense. Then this little pot from the Dollar Tree, you get 2 of them for $1, has a little hole on the bottom. These rods are from Walmart, but you get 10 in a pack, and they are 98 cents or 97. This one's too long. I'm just going to cut off the tip with some scissors. And then using a dab of hot glue, I'm going to glue the stick to my bunny. While that is cooling or drying, I'm taking the little pot and some floral foam. I've had this one, but you can get it from the Dollar Tree. Press it into the pot, and then I'm gonna put my stick in there. I figure out where the middle is because it has a hole in the bottom. I kind of felt around until I felt the stick go in the hole. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, hot glue, brown moss, and I kind of adjust it till I like the way it looks. So far it looks like this. So see, it can go either way. Now I'm just gonna take some twine and tie a little bow around my bunny's neck. I did this on both sides, actually. I put a little bow on both sides. And here's what it looks like. I think it's pretty cute. You can paint the pot if you want to. I did go back and add some twine. I liked the way the pot looked as is, so I didn't paint it, but you definitely could. If you like this video, please give me a like, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.